What is going on today, everybody? Well, up here, this is a non-radio related video. So this is more of a documentation from my buddy. What we have here is this two motherboards. Right there, let's just see that. They're identical. One, yeah, I don't know if they were both in a fire. But anyhow, this is the main circuit board here. This was definitely in a fire. And he was trying to clean it up, get all the smoke smell out of it, and he ended up breaking off two surface mount components. They are 0402 size components. In a minute, I'm going to flip these over. And right here, we have a donor board. So, that's what we're going to be doing today. I didn't do a deep dive into it, whether it's a resistor or capacitor. I don't have time to be going online and search through endless documents to get the schematics and PCB layout. So, it's going to be a simple swap. So, anyhow, technically, this should be ESD, all ESD setup. Precaution for ESD. He knows that I don't have that right here, so that's a chance he's willing to take. So I'm going to go ahead and swap out these parts. Give me a second. I'm going to flip the circuit board over, and we'll show you the components I got to swap out. Also, keep in mind, I don't have the fancy cameras here, the microscope cameras, so I'll just have to show you a before and after. In fact, here's my science scope. I'll take a picture through the lens here and show you these sizes. But the 0402, not the smallest parts in the world, but they're still pretty damn small. But give me a second here, and I'll flip the boards over. Okay, here we have the mother donor board flipped over, and that pin right there is two reasons: one, to point to the components I got to remove, and to get a size reference. So that's your standard big pen. I'm going to try to zoom in here best I can. Point to those parts right there, right where that tip of the. Oh, hang on. Nobody get me but dizzy. There's two components right there, so it gives you an idea how small they are. Like I said, 0402 size components. Alright, let me go get a picture under my microscope here of, under the scope there, and then I'll show you the pads of the board I'm going to have, be putting these parts on. Now, when the parts broke off, of course, there's some remnants of the old components still underneath the solder, so I have to get that all cleaned up. So let me get two pictures here, one of this, and then one of the boards go on, the one I have to clean up. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, here we are getting ready to clean the old pads up. Now, when cleaning a pad up or removing an SMT component, some people would be real tempted to slap some flux on there, get the soldering iron out, and just kind of heat both sides and kind of push away things. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be very, very careful, especially one side of the one of those components, the one up top and back. I'm sorry, like I said, I don't have the cameras. To be doing fine SMT work, but it is on a ground plane, and so to be very, very careful. I got my Heiko hot air fired up, and I got the pressure dialed to a certain way, so I'm not going to be blasting it with air. So anyhow, I'm going to need a hot air, bring the whole board area up to temperature, and then remove any kind of old debris from the broken off component. So I'll get back with you. Alright, here we go. Okay, we got the components taken off the donor board. It was a little bit of a bitch. This is a big ground plane on here on one of the sides of the components, and it took me quite a while, a lot of patience. In fact, I was getting ready to break up my board heater, and but I just kept a good amount of tacky flux on there and took my time heating it up, and they finally did come off. And there's the parts right there. I'm not going to go near them because I do not have replacement parts. There they are. There's two tiny little specks. Well, thank God for the science scope. But, alright, let's get the other circuit board, your good board out. I already got it cleaned up, ready to go, and get these parts put on for you. Okay, I shall return. Alright there, bud. Surgery complete. That was very, very nerve-wracking. Not the SMT work itself. It's nerve-wracking as far as I don't know what these parts are. I don't have these in stock, and so if one little slip of the tweezers, that part disappears, I'll check this whole thing in the garbage. So that was a little bit nerve-wracking, and I had to work quick because during rework, you only have so many shots before there's an intermetallic layer on the pads that you have so many shots before I start wearing that away. But hold on, I'm gonna try to zoom in here. Like I said, I just do not have the cameras to be doing SMT videos. But there they are. Hold on, let me patch in here. Let me take a picture through the microscope, and then hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, so there you go. By far not my best SMT rework, but considering all the circumstances, you know, what I mean, and the price I'm charging you. Oh yeah, it's free. I love you, man. So there you go. I'm gonna give you a call and get this back in your hands. All right, this has been KP68. Thanks for hanging in there to this non-radio related video. All right, I'm out of here.